Working in the round means that we start in the center, and then each row that goes out from the center is called a round. The number of increases determines whether we have a square shape with additional increases at the corners, or a circle with more even increases as we go outward. There are several ways to form a ring to begin to crochet in the round. One of the more common ways to make a ring is to chain the number of stitches as directed in your pattern. I'm going to use a pattern that directs us to begin with a slip knot and chain 5. To form the ring, I'll come back to the very first chain and join with a slip stitch. And if you remember, slip stitch is yarn over and pull through both the chain and the loop on the hook, and that joins the chains to form a ring. As we crochet, we'll be going down into the ring. To begin this pattern, we chain 4, and then crochet 2 triple crochets into the ring. So I'll go down into the center of the ring we just made with our chains and pull up a loop and do my triple crochet. I'm going to do it again exactly the way we just did it before here. Another way to begin to crochet in the round is to crochet into the first chain of your starting chains. It's particularly important to chain very, very loosely for this technique. I'm going to chain 4, and then I'll go back into my very first chain, which is right after the slip knot, and I'm going to be doing double crochets. So I'll need a yarn over, and I'm going to go down into that first chain and pull up a loop, and then double crochet, and now I'll chain 2. The increases I'm using here are going to begin to form a square shape, and that's just determined by the number of increases, usually with the chain and the placement. Now I'm going to do 2 more double crochets into that same chain, and then chain twice again. Two more double crochets into that same chain, followed by a you guessed it, chain 2. And then I'm going to do one more round of 2 double crochets followed by a chain 2. Now that I've gone all the way around, I'm going to close with a slip stitch at the top of the beginning chain 3, because that counts as my first double crochet, and that will complete round 1. Pull it on through for my slip stitch, and that completes the beginning of the square that we'll do later on. I have seen several ways to start a magic circle, and I'm going to show you one way to get started in just a few steps. The first step is layering the yarn by grabbing the tail and then circling over the fingers to make an X. Now I'm going to go underneath the first strand, which is our tail, and grab the working yarn with the loop and pull it up. And now we have our circle if we just drop our fingers. Keeping track of the working yarn, crochet the number you're going to need. I'm going to say crochet 3, now go around and crochet the number of stitches. I'm doing double crochets in this example. You can see what a nice wide circle you have to crochet into and around. Gives you a little bit of room to work. And when you've crocheted the number of stitches that you need into the ring, you can pull your tail, and just like magic, it will pull your stitches up close and tight, leaving no hole. Be sure when you complete your project to take your tail and weave it around through all of the stitches very securely so that you don't lose your work.